Hello everyone, this is the Final Bosman, and what if, hear me out, you and me are buds, we're inside of a video game. Wouldn't that be cool? Pre-order now. Welcome to the show, I am Kyle Bosman, and also please allow me to welcome you to our beautiful new set. This was, wow, quite a production. A team of over 100 set designers, just the art department, the people who are just building it, it's been amazing the last few months seeing this thing come together. And I want to thank each and every one of the members of that crew for putting this together, and it looks spectacular. And also thanks for everybody to show up here today. Your support means a great deal to me. But let's just get into the episode, which is of course about how stupid TV commercials are, which I realize is not a bold statement to say that, but there's something particular about video game TV commercials where it seems like they're a little bashful to be who they are, and I'll get through this, but the way into this, I remembered a letter to the editor for EGM magazine. This is of course the magazine I read nonstop, every single word as a kid, and so yeah, I'm reading even letters to the editors. And there's one in particular that stands out to me still today. I think the year is probably early 1999 is when this would probably make it into the magazine. A person wrote in very agitated by a commercial for Metal Gear Solid. You'll see this here. This has some gameplay in it, but is mostly bits, mostly comedic bits of some guy being dumb. Ends like this.
Sir, aren't these tests kind of easy?
Suicide mission.
Oh.
That is a heinous spoiler. That is, if you don't get what I mean, the end of Metal Gear Solid. At the end of this game, Solid Snake learns that the entire reason he's been sent to Alaska is just to spread a disease and die. And so to make that the premise of your comedic commercial is insulting, and that person had every reason to write in and be mad about this. However, the person also went on to point at a good Metal Gear Solid commercial, this one right here. And this is a good commercial. It is only gameplay, baby. And I don't know, it still stands out. I think it's still a good edit. It uses the Metal Gear Solid theme that they can't use anymore, which is still solid, and it's still exciting, and it sells the game. It sells the game. And the person wrote in and said, why can't more commercials be like this? And of course, in the response, EGM, what could they say? Yeah, but we wish it was more like that too. Flash forward to today, the wondrous year of 2012. 2016, oh my God, Kyle. Whew. Flash forward to the wondrous year of 2016 to today. It is still like that. Video game commercials are still too ashamed to be video games. They still want to put live actors in it to make it cool. You still look at the Fallout 4. Look at this commercial. Okay, let's not show gameplay. Let's show some live action guy walking through these scenes. Look at Call of Duty. Game characters aren't cool, but people are cool. We've been doing this for years, baby. We're never stopping this. Oh, look at Battlefront. Let's show real people in here. Don't show the game. In fact, let's put a little thing on the bottom of the screen that says this is not the game. Let's look at Halo 5. Halo 5, you look stupid. This never works. This always looks, that looks stupid. Fallout 4, why you do this? Why do you insist on that? And I really do, I think it's about being cool. I think because, sure, it was true in 1998, even though video games have become more and more popular since then, video games today still aren't cool in that sense. Video games still aren't hip hop. They're not sneakers. There's still something not cool about it, which is tough for marketing people, because if they can't sell cool, how are they going to get us to buy this product? We need to think it's cool. Strangely enough, despite those commercials, watching the NFL playoffs this past weekend, I saw 2 video game commercials for Call of Duty Black Ops 3 and Fallout 4. Interestingly enough, these are gameplay commercials. Suddenly now it's okay. It is the exact same thing that happened with Metal Gear Solid in the winter of 1998. Suddenly, after the cool commercial, now it's okay to mop up the rest of the sales with a gameplay trailer. I don't get it. Why is it that one first and then gameplay? I don't know. I don't know why that is. That's just a pattern that has been repeating itself for 8 years. 18 years. So, yeah, gosh, 18 years. Since 1998, the rise of the internet. The fall of the internet. Rumsfeld. I don't know. Just so many things have happened since then. It's just like, I don't know, dude. Different era, man. But if we're gonna have this conversation today, we must of course look at the Superbowl commercial for Pokemon's 20th anniversary. Now, when they announced this 2 weeks ago, this is basically what I assumed this commercial would look like. This is basically, yeah, I was pretty sure there wouldn't be jokes. I was pretty sure it'd be serious. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't focus on any individual game. It's very similar to the Pokemon Go reveal trailer. And I was positive that Charizard would be in this commercial, and there he is. There you go, Charizard fans. Let's think of that moment of this commercial, really. When the Pokemon appear, they look bad. They look not good. They look like the GameCube tech demos. They look like that. And that's just, it's like the Pokemon company spent so much money, they almost spent enough money on this commercial, and then they pumped the brakes when it came time to do the CG at the end. Bad call. That is your opportunity to amaze people at the end of your ad. You've been working up to this. Your opportunity to say, whoa, look how good Charizard looks. Instead, it's, oh, you are advertising this moment where we look at you and say, yeah, Pokemon, you're never gonna get it. You're never gonna quite get it. If you look at this logo, I know I made fun of this last episode, but I think I've pinned down what bothers me so much about this logo. This isn't Pikachu. This isn't the Pikachu we like. This is merchandise Pikachu. This is the Pikachu who exclusively shows up whenever it's time to sell some products. This is Pikachu from the game. This is Pikachu from the TV show. This is merchandise Pikachu. And that's the one they use for the 20th anniversary logo, of course. No, don't shift his face into that shape. That's not Pikachu. I'd like to also look at it, what I think is a good video game commercial, just released this week for Street Fighter V. Now, this trailer might be familiar because it's basically a recut of the reveal trailer from 2014 and uses a lot of the same language even. However, I think it's still worth talking about because this is a bold choice for your TV commercial. There's nothing here. There are real people in this commercial, but they're not pretending to be in the game. They're playing the game and they're being about the game. They don't care if you think they're cool. This commercial doesn't care if you think Street Fighter is cool. Instead, it's showing the fighting game community, which I love. The fighting game community, in particular, is just a video game subculture that is unlike any of the others. It is so valuable. This community will elevate Street Fighter V, and I think it's so important to the game that I'm so excited that the advertisers are willing to include that in their television commercial. There's so many ways this commercial could have gone wrong. It could have been so many stupid things, but instead it was honest about what Street Fighter is. Street Fighter is hard work, and the commercial is willing to say that. I think it's incredible. I think it's a very good advertisement. I hope that when the mass market sees this commercial, the market that everyone's so scared to show you the game, I hope when they see it, they see a game that they will want to play. I'm hopeful for that. I don't know if that will happen. Maybe live action actors was the way to go, but back to Pokemon. What missed opportunity. This was your grand stage. You're at the Super Bowl. And I just think if this commercial was more honest about what Pokemon is, if it wasn't trying to be cool, if it wasn't trying to be epic, if it was trying to be what Pokemon is and speak to that, speak to what it has been for the last 20 years, maybe there'd be some emotional engagement in this multi-million-dollar waste of money. Gosh, it's a lot of money that we spent on advertising at the Super Bowl. Go Panthers. That's the episode for this week. I should apologize before we move on for last week's thing. The video titled I Don't Like Parappa the Rapper 2 is not an episode of the final Bosman. Sorry, we did not know coming into the week that there would be no episode. That is not episode 129. This is episode 129. Episode 113, chapter 2, that is still in production. Look forward to that in the future. If you're on Twitter, you can find me at Kyle Bosman. I'll be back here next Wednesday. Hope to see you then. Thanks for watching. Hey man, we're in this game. Cool. Come at me.
How do you like my cross-ups?
How do you like my dragon punch?
Oh, no, you don't.
Kick, 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 kick. I'm godlike.
V-trigger. Looks like I won.
Rematch. Street Fighter 5. Hadouken. Exclusively not for Xbox One.